Welcome to GHOSTWATCH2016. We are watching Kamen Rider Ghost. My name is Coriander Dickinson, and I've seen some Kamen Rider.
My name is Heather Deary. Why are we still watching this?
I was once Kate Stark. I don't know anymore.
In episode 44, meanwhile in summer camp, we go on a romping adventure through a park.
Oh, I see what you're doing there. No, because the episode was actually called Nipples. Yep, there's more of them.
Oh, I thought it was called Beware, the Emperor is Naked.
That's the same episode. It's a two-parter.
Oh, okay.
That's next time.
All right.
Oh, shoot.
No. Can we skip next? I'm sure it's just a filler episode. Can we skip the next one?
This episode was actually called Activation, the Terror of Demia. But more importantly, what happened last time? Let's see. No one suspects Mr. Bills. Nightmare contacts. And the Emperor is indeed naked. And it hurt our eyeballs. Nipples. So many nipples, okay?
Like two of them.
But repeatedly.
What? How many? There were only 2 nipples when I saw it. How many did you
No,
see?
there were still only 2, but I just saw them a bunch.
There's 4 days left.
Ugh.
4 never-ending days.
Figured they would skip. You know how in the rest of the series they've been like, oh, there's 20 days left, and then the next episode they'd be like, oh, 14 days left.
You were like, oh, we'll go from 5 to 0.
Yeah.
Oh, you realize, Kate, that the last 5 episodes of the series is going to be 1 day left. Over 5 episodes.
I bet they won't do it that way. I bet they resolve things and then like spend an episode doing something else.
Ooh. So it'll be like some of the anime I've seen where the last episode is actually just everybody having a party.
Yes.
Hey,
I
I'm
could go
good
for
with that.
Can we watch that episode now? Can we just skip the ending? Please?
And then can we fill it in ourselves in our brains of what we want to happen?
Did you know that people's souls go inside icons?
What?
Really?
Yeah, we've just discovered this information.
For the very first time?
Didn't we discover this like 6 episodes ago? Like, didn't the characters themselves discover this 6 episodes ago?
Maybe.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
I've blocked a lot of this show out of my brain. If you asked me what happened in the first episode, wouldn't know. If you asked me what happened in last week or the week before this episode, I wouldn't know. I've literally blocked it out of my brain.
So the Snapple crew is in the basement mostly, except for Taco and I think Onari and PB, who are outside, and Taco is on like a conference call, I guess, kind of, using Condor phone to Akari. And I think either Spectre or Gramps that points out is like, oh, the original plan for the invasion was to just, use all of the human souls for energy. But, and then everyone's like, oh no, that means that everyone that uses the contact lenses is going to turn into dust. Like, makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, no, that was about the gist of that. The world is going to do whatever. Oh no, everyone will be dust now. Horrified. And then we cut to a scene with a conference filling up with people with a 2-hour countdown timer.
Yeah, they were in some sort of auditorium with, just a giant digital clock on the front screen.
For
ticking down for 2 hours. And people just happily filing in, looking at Demia Project brochures. Like,
Oh, they have boxes of contacts too.
also, yes.
This isn't Comic-Con. You don't go and sit down 2 hours beforehand. This is one of those things where it's like, oh, we have reporters coming and people coming to check out our product.
You don't sit down 2 hours before things at Comic-Con. You stand.
In line.
Well, no, you go into the panel earlier so that you can camp for the next panel because they don't clear their rooms.
Anyways, Mr. Bills is watching. He's just looming and, I guess, being evil.
Back to the phone call. We have to stop people being dust.
And then, bad news. I forget what the bad news was.
Akari wanted to go find the server. That's all I remember. That's all I wrote down.
Oh, the gnomes have been restored.
The Gonmeisers are back. And Taco's like, I know, I sensed it somehow.
Through my spirit sense.
I've been ing a lot in this last episode, but I feel like it's so much.
Then
This show's so bad.
We cut the sweats, bro. doing
the
the
round
thing with
room?
lights, and all I really remember out of the scene was Corey constantly saying, "Please don't get naked. Please keep your clothes on. Please no tentacles. Please none of these things."
Which
And
are-
I was waiting for all of them to happen.
And I don't think any of them did.
No,
He was
none
fully
of them.
clothed.
He was fully clothed, and just 15 tablets popped out of him like is normal.
Yeah,
And
and
sister was just sitting there watching.
I mean, she's got nothing else to do in that room. It's a very small room.
And then we got like the intro credits, so there was no chance for him to take off his clothes.
So I guess at this point my caps lock got turned on because it just said, "Smart kid is missing."
That was not your caps lock.
But I mean, I wasn't concerned that this child was missing, but I think my computer wanted me to be concerned that there was a child missing. So anyways, the kid is missing. Mom and Taco and PB, which is actually Onari in PB's body,
And PB is carrying the unconscious Onari body.
which doesn't have a soul inside of it. They're all in the kid and mom's home,
Because Taco was all like, well, time to go check on the kid.
as you do. And so you could hear the kid's voice, but he's gone. And the mother is worried. So then the mom goes, "Do you hear something?" And Corey went, "It's a shower." And then
it
Taco
was.
went, "It's a shower." It was just the shower running, so they all run into the bathroom.
The kid is saying, it's too hot. It's too hot.
It's burning
It's
me.
burning.
Like, all right, turn it down. So the mom opens the shower door, and the kid is a ghost? He's like see-through.
He's invisible.
He's
We're gonna
just
call
he's
him-
just invisible.
We're gonna
'cause
call
they
him
can touch
Class
him.
Boy now.
They can touch him.
But there was like a faint outline of him. I'm assuming that was just for us viewers at home.
He's complaining that the shower is too hot, but he could have turned it down.
No, I think he's too hot, and so he got in the shower to try to cool down.
Oh,
And it's still too hot.
that
It's
would
still too
make
hot.
sense, but I don't believe they're trying to make sense in this episode, so I don't believe you.
Onari's soulless body in the hall then vanishes.
Meanwhile, Spectre and the students, for some reason, go to business building auditorium to disrupt the announcement. No, they're going to convince Bills to stop the release of Demia.
Correct. Then quickly, we go back to the mom's place where you see the mother tucking in Invisible Boy, except somehow he became flat. It looks like he got run over by like a comedy steamroller or something.
He's not flat.
Yeah, his body was flat and his head was bulbous. Do you not see his flat
I
torso?
didn't see his flat torso.
It's
no.
like it was
Yeah.
like a comedy cartoon steamroller rolled up to like his neck and then stopped and then like backed up. But so he was like this flat, invisible piece of paper with a head, and she like tucked him into his little bed.
And everything's fine for a moment, and then a yellow tentacle comes out of his head, and his
Well,
soul escapes his body.
Okay, hold on. There's a
Hold
really
up,
important
hold
thing
up.
that happens before
There's
that.
a bunch of flashbacks.
Taco touches mom's shoulder, and there's all these flashbacks of her and him, the son, having a great time just to prove how much she loves her boy.
Well, no, it's to prove to Taco that someone cares about someone else.
Wow, she must
No, no.
really love him.
that moms can happen. Let's not forget. We don't know anything about Taco's mom, and I really think they're ramping up into a thing where his mom is going to show up
Well,
at some point.
he's been hearing a female voice
Yes.
periodically.
And I think it's going to be his mom.
Do you think his mom is the monolith? Like, have we been wrong this whole
jeez.
time?
But no, Monolith Dad can't be a mom.
Hey, they can do both.
But I want his mom to be somebody else. I want her to be the one supplying all the memory feathers.
Moms can be dads, dads can be moms.
Okay.
Then they hear singing again, and then it's really high-pitched singing, and then the glass in the window of the boy's bedroom shatters. Then this weird yellow tentacle thing comes into and
Out of.
penetrating the boy's skull
Comes from his brain.
and into the sky, and then you see the soul, this like blue orb, leaving via the tentacle, and Taco runs and grabs and jumps and grabs it, and then Taco disappears. And then suddenly he's in the Matrix.
Yeah, he goes through a tech tunnel.
He has entered Demia Project.
And then he's in the clouds, and memory feathers from the opening title sequence.
The feathers are white, and inside of each one of them is like a masked video clip.
of a memory.
Of a memory. I think they're all Taco's memories, but I'm not certain.
I have to look close to them, and I didn't.
These look like memories of her and him, the boy and the mom.
But I think that's from the flashback that Taco just watched.
Yeah, exactly. They're on a soccer field or a football field, depending on what side of the world you're from.
It's red.
It's red, not green. So I think it was like, look, this is an alien planet or something. And then the boy turns to Taco and becomes encased in glass.
He's like, I'm the world.
No,
We
I'm
are
part of the world.
I'm a part of the world, and the world is me.
Everything is me now.
So he's encased in glass. And then the yellow tentacle from before picks up this glass case and hangs him in the sky with a bunch of other possessed people. Are these words even making sense?
No, it's the souls from other people that had the contacts in.
Yes.
So, like, the bodybuilder guy.
I like the fact that they brought him back.
Yeah, and so they're in these glass hexagonal tubes, which rotate kind of 90 degrees and then slot together like they're hexagonal, so they all fit
Like a
along-
honeycomb
They
shape.
make
got the same
make a
edge
soul grid.
length. They make, and then it spreads out into this giant circle disc thing.
This is where we started screaming.
Well, because he was like, what's happening as the things rotated,
'cause
and
it was
then
weird.
they all moved together. And I'm like, are they building a wall? And then it did a far away shot, and was just a giant disc, and then,
And
the
then
disc
there's a
flew
monolith
away. The
all of
disc
a sudden.
flew away. No, that was a building.
That was, okay, in
Well,
Gnome
yes,
Hell,
Monolith.
there is a
thing.
skyscraper which has a giant eye on it. And so anytime there would be a transition to Gnome Hell, there would be a skyscraper with a giant eye. And we're like, oh, Gnome Hell. This giant glass disc starts going towards this eye.
And then it rotates a bit, and you can see that it's curved.
And we all screamed at the same time because we realized it was a giant contact lens heading towards this giant eye. We paused and screamed
And cried.
and we cried and we tweeted about screaming and crying.
And
So if you
still-
saw those tweets, now you know what it was
I'm
about.
still getting mad thinking about it.
I literally nearly threw my laptop into the television. That's how upset I was.
Yeah. No, I'm still upset by it.
I don't.
Oh.
I don't want to be here anymore.
So, the Beethoven jacket man
Of course.
appears on
Sure.
the field to talk to Taco about
no.
music.
No. He says, if we don't do something soon, oh, hey, I think the music might be connected because I'm having a flashback about that, and now Beethoven is here.
And
And we're just like,
then
really? Now? Now
He-
you figure it
he-
out?
puts on the Beethoven jacket and starts hand-waving some music, which I think is like Ode to Joy.
I want to be clear here. He does not actually put the jacket on. The scene moves, and suddenly he is just wearing the jacket and being
suddenly
Orange
he's
Taco.
his Orange Taco in the jacket, and he's talking to the child that's up in the giant contact lens, being like, "No, remember your mother."
Oh, and then all the feathers show up again.
And like he sends a wave of feathers at the boy, and
Memory
it
feathers.
causes like these red cracks to appear in the contact lens, and then all of the people tubes break apart, and there's just this boy tube falling out of the sky, and then it lands on Taco's arms, and he's like, "Well, let's get you back to your mother," and he wakes up.
People tubes.
Taco wakes up, but then we look at the bed, and then the boy is a boy again,
Fleshy.
a fleshy skin boy, and wakes up in bed, and mom's like, "Oh, my boy is there."
And then there's a convenient camera shot to these two technology contacts sitting on the bed, so you can see.
oh, they fell out of his
He
eyes.
rubs his eyes, and they fall out.
So the boy is now saved.
And then Taco's like, a mom, huh? This is what moms are like. And you hear a female voice somewhere that I don't think they subtitled,
No.
but there was one. And then we go on about how everyone who used the beta is free. But, the final version is in the hands of 50 million.
This is happening because Akari is on the phone with Taco as he's explaining that things are fine now. And in the background, Cannon is giving Gramps a shoulder massage.
Yeah,
was
like
weird.
almost sensually.
Like, she's just like really intensely gazing at the back of his head.
Like, Gramps is sitting down in a chair and Cannon is standing behind him, like, putting her fleshy paws on his shoulder meat.
Do you think that maybe they didn't know what to do with Canon, and they were like, we have to have her in the background of some shots so people remember she exists?
Gramps' love interest.
She's not allowed to leave the house.
I mean, I believe that.
Maybe she's taking up a new career.
There was
Masseuse.
there's a lot of phone conversations this time around.
Yes. And at the end of this one, Akari's like, I'm going to go take care of the Demia server that I've located. And she like whips off her glasses.
I'm gonna deal with it.
I'll meet you there.
Yeah, I'm sure she texted him on Condor phone
Now,
where to go.
as Taco is talking to Akari in the background, because they're in the hallway of the woman's house, PB, who remember is possessed by Onari, is just quietly grooming the soulless body of Onari, like fixing his eyebrows and like rubbing his hands.
Checking his fingernails.
Yeah, making sure he looks good.
But he, hauls him off so that they can all walk together to wherever the Demia server is. And as they're traveling as a group of Taco, Akari, PB, Onari, and Onari, they are encountered by a Steampunk man who is on the roof of a building and decides to yell at them.
And then reveal that, no, Demia was designed by me.
Well, they're like, we won't let you use Demia for evil. And he's like, Mwaha, for evil? Demia was designed by me.
Yeah, Akari
Bills
takes
is
it.
my underling.
Akari takes that pretty hard. She falls to her knees. She can't believe how much she was deceived by President Bills into believing that he was a good person and not part of an evil plot.
And then Steampunk just drops, oh, and also Sweat Emperor is joined with the Great Eye. It's fine. Yeah, let's fight now. He summons two gun misers.
Suddenly, President Bills is walking out of a room on his way to the conference, and Spectre and the students are trying to convince him that he shouldn't launch Demia, and he's like, nah, I can't stop it now, goodbye.
And then they run into some gnomes in the hallway.
And then they fight.
By the way, the students do continue to try to stop him, but then they just get taken off by backstage security. They're very useless. They can't do much.
So Onari decides that now is the time to try out being a Kamen Rider.
Remember, Onari is in PB's body.
Yeah, comedy.
Okay, so Steampunk transformed. He has summoned his two ugly gnomes.
I think it's like Stormcrow and
The ugly gun miser things.
It's like the Phoenix one, but it has yellow balls.
Stormcrow?
No, the other one. Wait, the red one. There's a red one and a blue one.
Didn't we call the one Storm
Frappuccino?
Frap or something?
Well, remember, all the Gon Misers are back. I don't think these are the same ones that they've been fighting for the last few episodes.
So
but they could be.
There's two gnomes. So yeah, basically, there's three transformed. Onari PB is like, you know what? This is my chance, and takes out the little eyedropper transformer bracelet and starts transforming, and it doesn't go great.
I do actually like the overacting in the transformation scene. It's great.
I do like the amount of trouble he had pushing the hood back,
I think
but I think it was maybe a little long.
aside from the actual like show and how bad it is, the pretty boy actor did a very good job of acting like Onari has possessed him.
Yeah.
That was great.
Like, he stayed in character the entire time. His facial expressions were good. His mannerisms were perfect. Like, everything, his
Delivery.
delivery of the lines, everything was super spot on from that actor. The rest of the show's crap.
And Steampunk uses slap attack.
Yeah, he literally just goes up and goes
he just says
slap,
slap, slap, slap, slap, slap, slap, slap. Yeah. And knocks Onari PB out of his transformation, while Taco has gone infinite to try to mitigate all disasters.
Right, this is the other thing. When Onari goes to transform as PB, he's holding his own body and he just throws it off into the ground.
Yep.
Like he doesn't care, which makes no sense.
And apparently being detransformed while possessing a body causes your icon to pop out and shatter, and so his little blobby soul goes back into the Onari shell.
So
Yeah.
they're back in their appropriate bodies now.
Yes.
PB is PB, but unconscious. Onari is Onari, except groggily waking up.
And Taco is infinite, but at this moment, the Gone Misers and Steampunk launch whatever stupid attacks towards the bodies that are on the ground, and so he intercepts and gets hit.
Deep Spectre is fighting gnomes, and then students go to stop Bills. And then we cut to prayer chamber in Gnome Hell with Sweatbro. And the sister is like, you can stop this. This is your chance. And he just like waves his hand at her, and then she passes out.
I wish I could pass out like that sometimes.
Yeah, same.
Be good.
PB wakes up on the ground, and so does Onari. And Onari decides to go help Akari, because that would be a useful thing.
PB transforms into Necrom, and so you get the cool transformation music and the very slick transformation going on there.
And then we get more footage of the waiting crowd.
Except now there's only, 1 minute, 30 seconds left. And so Bills, like a friggin' rock star, ascends through the floor with a Britney Spears headset mic on. And then basically says, like, okay, countdown's coming up. 10, 9.
The
8.
students try to rush the stage, but security intercepts.
Yep.
And then we're in the server room with Akari and Onari. She pulls open a door and pulls out schematics and gets Onari to hold them while she does some stuff on her laptop. And Onari has a very sad moment where he talks about how he feels like he's useless and look at how great everyone else is. And so Akari reassures him that he's part of the team and everything is okay.
And we cut back, and Bills gets to 3, 2, 1. And then wait a minute. Cut back to Akari's laptop where it says access granted. So she accessed the server. And then we're back at the countdown, and it just goes 2-1, 2-1, 2-1.
I'm amazed that the clock is set up
Tied to the friggin' server?
to do that. I don't think countdowns work that way. The clock probably would have worked just fine.
Yeah.
Back out in the fight zone, everyone's like, yeah, we shut down the server, ha ha ha. And Steampunk's like, I don't know why you're happy. That was just the beta server.
Yeah, the main server is not here. So, haha, sucker.
Then we're back at the conference room where the timer cuts down properly, and then the word Demia, TM, shows up on the screen. And everyone cheers.
DM
and then
has
their
been
souls
released.
start leaving their bodies.
And then they scream.
Yeah, it's like some of the people in the audience knew what was happening, and some of them were surprised, and the rest of them had their souls eaten.
A lot of them had the contact lenses cases in their hands, and I think some of them put them in because, you get free swag, you put it in, and you're excited. But other people, they get their swag, and they hang on to it because they're like, no, I'll check this out later. I want to watch a presentation now.
If you were at a gaming convention and someone gave you gamer contacts, would you just immediately put those in your eyes?
No.
See, I wouldn't put contacts in my eyes at all to begin with because then I'd have to touch my eyeballs, and I ain't doing that.
What child has contacts? Do children?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can get contacts. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, they won't even let kids eat pills a lot, so, like, sticking something in your eye that you have to keep clean?
Yeah. I mean, no, it's just like a daily thing. You can get daily contacts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids eat vitamins. They have some kind of pill.
Chewable.
I mean, I don't know if the kid in the show, that seems like a very young kid
he's
to have
like
contacts.
6.
Yeah. But I don't know. Aesthetics.
The future. Tech
How would a
contacts.
child, like, sign up for a beta program? For contact? Like,
Or you're assuming that he did that. It could have been the dad or the mom, and then he found them and put them in
Babysitter.
because kids are curious,
Influencer on
and
the internet.
Yeah, maybe he
was
influencer.
influenced.
LinkedIn wants me to follow an influencer named Justin Trudeau.
My boy. My favorite influencer. He can influence me any day.
They're like, okay, well, don't, because Akari's sad that victory did not happen, and Taco Time's like, don't worry, we just don't give up. We'll just find the main server. In fact, let's just follow those soul lines over there.
all this, like, thousands and thousands of gold threads are all going to a single point in the distance.
And they're like, well, this is easy. So Taco then flies after this.
He, like, transforms into an energy ball.
Yeah. Yeah. And then flies after. And it's just in an abandoned church. And he's like, calls Akari as he's outside running in. And he's like, oh, yeah, remember that abandoned church that Deep Connect, like, owns? Oh, yeah, no, it's in there. Like, they knew about it the whole time?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was never covered.
No. So then there's like some candles lit, and there's a giant tablet monolith at the front that all of the souls are feeding into.
It's got some tubes on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a bunch of fighting.
The Gonmeisers from before show up. Actually, I just wrote down ugly Gonmeisers because I couldn't be bothered to figure out which ones they were.
Yep, and they're fighting in a foyer, which was a very hard cut because, like, the interior of a church, like, it's a like Gothic church with, like, gargoyles and stuff on the outside, and then there's just, like, all this white marble and, like, chairs and crap.
So, as somebody who has visited a lot of friggin' Gothic churches in her life, a lot of them get...
Face the microphone.
Yeah, sorry, I had something on my hand. As someone who has visited a lot of Gothic churches in her life, a lot of them unfortunately get their foyers made over and, like, updated to be interpretation centers. And they basically just plaster over all of the, or like drywall over all of the original architecture in the foyer part, because that's where like the cafe and the gift shop will be. England is, like, Europe is pretty good about that kind of stuff, but sometimes they just don't give a crap. And so that's what that was. You were like, wait, where are they now? I'm like, no, they're just in the foyer. Or, if you're American, the foyer.
What?
Wow.
Are you serious?
I actually not heard
I
that.
have not heard a human being say foyer.
I mean, I can believe
Foyer?
it, but I haven't heard it.
Route.
I know route.
Roof.
Yeah, route, I understand.
I know roof.
Yep. Foyer.
Oh, okay.
They think we say roof.
Mm-hmm. We don't.
We don't.
What is roof?
Roof.
Roof.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Up on the roof.
No, that's a dog.
No.
Okay. I'm learning some new
There's
things
also
today.
crick.
Yeah,
Creek.
catty corner.
Kitty
okay,
corner.
that one
Yeah,
I've heard.
yeah.
I've heard. Huh. All right.
Kitty corner's fine. Catty corner is like a Midwest thing, I think.
Okay. Well,
Koozie?
For jacuzzi?
No.
No, for
A cozy.
What?
Koozie.
No.
Yep.
No. Moving on. Steampunk is about to transform, but then a sandal is thrown at his hand, and the icon he was about to use gets knocked out. And Akari and Onari run up. Onari's got his other sandal ready to go, and Akari just jumps up at Steampunk to slap him, but he grabs her hand, stopping her, being triumphant, neglecting to understand the fact that she has two hands, and she slaps him with the other hand. And he falls back, and he's like, no! That is 5 times I have been slapped. No, wait, one of them was by the princess, so it was really only 4.
And he's got a slap mark on his cheek.
It was so bad. Okay, though. It's like whoever works in the makeup department was just like, well, I got only 6 episodes left.
Just fingers are balloony, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
like
your
somebody
hand
stuck a
ends in a
bunch of
point, right?
sausages into a latex glove.
To be honest, I expected her to not slap him with her other hand because I expected her to just be like, wait, you can stop me if you see me coming? But then I'm glad that she also slapped him with the other hand.
Then all the boys do a kick.
Yes.
Got the monolith and the 2 gun misers and Steamy Punk. Monolith blows up.
Yep.
Gun misers are gone. Steamy Punk's upset about not being magistrate because the monolith's broken. So apparently that was the key to all of his plans.
So yay, everything's fine.
Except it's not.
Oh, beans.
Because golden eye portal opens up and Sweatsbro shows up. And all the souls that you thought were okay are now linking into what looks like his butt.
To make giant angel wings behind him.
And then turns out he is the core. He says, I will become the world. We get a quick shot of Gramps at the monolith back in the basement at the temple, and he just goes, this is terrible.
And then we're in the parking lot outside the church, and these two white ladies show up.
By white ladies, we mean the women dressed all in white, like White Sister.
But like one of them's short hair and one of them's like slightly longer hair, but they're not sister.
They look very similar, though. They look like twins, but one has short hair.
Yep.
But they are not. They are not Snow White Sister.
No.
And
well,
what?
Probably not.
What do they? What do they say?
Taco time is the key.
Episode done.
The end.
Two characters out of nowhere for no reason.
With 6 episodes
To
left in the program.
Repeat a line that we've heard a few times in previous episodes that we probably don't really care about.
I thought everyone that we didn't see in the royal family was already dead, so I don't think they're royal family, but I think they're related.
Distant cousins.
From another planet.
Yeah. I mean, when they first showed up, at first I thought it was Snow White, and maybe the other one was like the lost brother, and they were going to pull some weird thing with that, and then they spoke, and I was like,
But
no,
Snow White has long hair, and the dead brother had blonde hair.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This was.
Don't know, it's confusing.
There's friggin'.
I'm still
5
messed
more
up by the
episodes?
fact that people sat in a conference room for 2 hours and watched the clock.
Not even a conference room. It was a friggin' auditorium. Like a theater.
They sat down
Like, it
for
was enough
2
that there
hours.
was a lift under the stage for actors to
Yeah.
come up. Like, it's an unreasonably large setup.
Like Britney Spears could have done a concert there.
A small concert.
An intimate concert, but there was a lift and her microphone set up and lighting. And I'm pretty sure a fog machine somewhere.
Oh, probably. They should have used the fog machine. That would have
been-
added.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening to Ghostwatch 2016.
We're sorry.
For this and more news and ghost facts, check out ghostwatch2016.xyz or our Twitter at ghostwatch2016.
Wait.
You can see some videos in a playlist that is convenient on YouTube. Check for Ghostwatch 2016.
Did you say ghost facts?
I said ghost facts, yeah.
Do you post ghost facts?
I post a slight description of each episode.
That's not a ghost fact. I want you to post
Are
some
they-
ghost facts.
There's baseball cards.
No, I want facts about friggin' ghosts.
Facts about these ghosts?
No,
Not these ghosts.
IRL
actual
ghosts.
That's all we're going to get is facts
Better
about these
ghosts.
ghosts.
IRL ghosts. Casper, the friendly one.
Do you know of any other ghosts?
He's dead.
All ghosts
He's a
are
friggin'
dead.
ghost, Corey.
But he died in that movie.
Oh, God. All right. That's a good fact. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, goodbye.